Good morning everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in. Very happy new year to you all. I'm back in the hide at Rodeford Lake in Devon, and I'm here just to test out a new camera. In a previous video you might have seen I was using the Canon 7D Mark II. It was more of a stopgap really. I bought it second hand, but I wanted something a little bit faster, frames per second, 10 frames per second, and it was a really good camera. Really impressed with it. I say it was second hand, so I've got a good deal on it. But I've been waiting for this camera for quite a while. You've probably seen a lot of hype about it. Been on the waiting list, and that's the Canon R7. So it's finally arrived, and I'm using it with the Sigma 150 to 600mm contemporary lens. You do need the mount to go on to fit that lens. It won't fit the old Canon EF lenses without it. And there's been a lot of talk about, is this lens compatible with the body? There's been some issues of pulsing where the image goes in and out of focus constantly. But I've had a quick try this morning. This isn't a complete review. This is literally just the first try of the camera. I've been itching to try it. And so far I'm not getting any issues with pulsing. It seems to be locking on okay. And also the beauty of this camera, you've got animal tracking. So it will lock onto the eye of the bird or the animal. So yeah, so far really impressed with it. It's mechanical 15 frames per second, and electronic it's a blistering 30 frames per second. So we're just giving it a try this morning, just to see what kind of images we're getting with this lens, this setup. I have got it set on the autofocus on case 2, and there was a video which I saw by Duade Paton, you may have seen it. Really good in-depth review on the R7. I'll put a link in the description to that. And there was some settings that he was using. He was having problems with the pulsing, the autofocus. But you can adjust the sensitivity on the autofocus. So we've done that, we've logged those settings in, and it doesn't seem to be an issue at the moment. So that's really good news. So anyway, we're going to give it a blast and see what we can come up with. What can I say? With this setup, it's absolutely outstanding. It's lightning fast, 30 frames per second. It does fill up the buffer quite quickly. So you'll need an SD card with a fast write speed. But it's locking onto the eyes 90% of the time. It does hunt occasionally, but most of the time it's locking onto that eye, and it's superb. Not having any issues with pulsing. It's fast autofocus, it's really fast. And it's a APS-C crop camera. So you're getting another 1.6 times the focal length. But yeah, it's just fantastic. We've got some good sharp images, and for the cost, it's unbelievable. It's an absolute powerhouse of a camera. So first impressions, absolutely delighted with it. We've been shooting aperture priority. It's been a bit of a overcast, cloudy morning. It has brightened up a little bit. Most of the time we've been wide open at f5.6, but we've managed to get up to f8, and that's given us an ISO of about 1600. So we should get some good sharpness there at f8, but it has been gloomy, so we've been most of the time about f5.6. Try and get it as wide open as we can. But it's a great setting here. You've got the woodland just next to us, then it opens out into this little area here with a pond, small pond. We've got the bird feeders, which is obviously bringing the birds in. It's almost constant. There's action all the time. And then just beyond us, we've got, well, right in front of us, we've got the lake. We're getting most of the smaller birds coming in, the blue tit, coal tit, great tit, nuthatch, tree creeper in the woodland, great spotted woodpecker in the small oak there. There's great opportunity for photos here because of the perches available. There's some small saplings, and then we've got the dead grass just behind us. They were just behind the feeders, I should say, which has given us that lovely orange background and good depth of field, so it makes it quite pleasant. But yeah, first impressions, incredible. So we'll keep going, give it a bit longer. We did have a sparrowhawk a couple of weeks ago, came in. That was on the 7D Mark II. So I'll put that image on. He was a male, unsuccessfully hunted, didn't catch anything, and just sat long enough for me to get a few shots away. So that was brilliant. So there we are. First try, first impressions, outstanding, absolutely outstanding. I can only imagine with the Canon RF lenses it will be even better, but with the Sigma lens it's more than acceptable. There was a wren, which is a small bird. It was foraging in the undergrowth, and it locked onto the eye almost instantly, and I was able to get some good shots of the wren. So overall, it's, you know, there's still a lot to learn with the camera, but it's unbelievable, really, really unbelievable. So I'm absolutely delighted with it. So that's my first year of YouTube done on the channel. It's been brilliant. I've really enjoyed it. It's been a challenge at times, particularly my first wild camp. But we've learned a lot from that, and we've done some successful ones since then. A lot of semi-wild camps with Ellis, which were really good. We'll probably do some wild camps very soon with, oh, a tree creepers there. The tree creeper came in. Sorry about that. Got to be quick. So yeah, lost my train of thought now. Wild camping, yeah. Did a lot of semi-wild camping with Ellis. Not so much wild camping, as he struggles with the hiking a bit, but I'll hopefully get out and about soon with some proper wild camping. Wait for the spring and the summer and get my wingman out again. So that'd be brilliant. But overall, with the great outdoors, there's a lot of niches and the things that I'm interested in. Obviously wildlife photography, the wild camping, the kayaking. It doesn't all appeal to everybody, but I hope there's something there that you enjoy. I hope this year I'm going to improve the quality, if not the quantity, but I'm going to concentrate on the quality. Definitely, I'm always trying to improve it. So that's my aim. But yeah, there's lots of things happening this year. My biggest enemy is time, as it is with most of us. Trying to fit it around your family life and work. But I try to get out as much as I can. So we'll carry on going, and I hope you'll stay with me. And if you're new to the channel, if you'd like to consider subscribing, that'd be fantastic. Thank you very much. So I'll leave you with a few highlights of 2022. And I wish you all the very best for the new year. And thanks again. It's a big day today, first wild camp. And it's been a long time in the planning. Long time getting the gear together, but we're on our way, and we're in for some pretty grim weather. And there we are, Shavagan Falls. That's quite pretty. There we are. That's home for the night. We did set up a bit earlier. Normally you wouldn't set up until just before dark, but the rain's coming in quite hard. The weather's looking a bit grim, so we've gone for a bit of an early one. But not to worry, I don't think we're going to see many people about, to be honest. The river's actually sounding quite fierce now. It's now 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm holed up in the tent still. The water is running down underneath the tent and either side of the tent. It's not actually penetrated the tent yet. It says a lot for the nature hike Cloud Peak 2s, but it's precarious still, and worrying that so much that Dartmoor Rescue are deploying a team out to give me a hand, which I am, eternally grateful for. but it was only about this time last year that I saw for the first time the bird that we're going to be looking for today. And I've heard it many, many times before with its high-pitched insect-like trill, and that's the grasshopper warbler. And we're back out on Dartmoor for a wild camp, but we've got a special wild camp this time because I've got a companion, a very special companion, and that's my 5-year-old son Ellis on his first camp.
Hello.
There he is. Yeah, we're at the stunning poppy fields at West Pentire. Absolutely spectacular view. Lots of the yellow corn marigold thrown in as well. It's a sight to behold. It's amazing. Yeah. Got my wingman, got Ellis with me. We're having a little Jubilee camp. He's got his flag, his Jubilee flag that he made himself. Coastal stealth camp on the North Cornwall coast. Scratch?
Yes, I'm giving a
Stay
still, Mr. Unky.
Oh, he's gone down there, look.
Nice you. Mr. Piggy, stay still. Hello. me.
But I'm here especially for a bird that's moving through on migration. Spectacular bird of prey, and that's the osprey. Life can be hectic and sometimes cruel and unforgiving. We all get dealt trump cards once in a while and have to deal with it the best we can. But there is something magical about being in nature. You can't put it into words, but you feel it deep within. It touches your spirit. Just a few minutes of being in nature makes us feel healed and restored. Nature gives us strength, drains away all negative energy, and fills us to the brim with positive energy. It's a beautiful world. It's time to embrace it.